information supplied on this program does not consider your personal circumstances and is general advice only. You should not act on any recommendation without considering your personal needs, circumstances and objectives. Retire Invest recommends you obtain professional financial advice specific to your circumstances. Jeff English is an authorised representative of RI Advice Group Proprietary Limited.
20 to 2, and Jeff is here to talk about a part of the federal budget that was brought down earlier this month. Jeff, that I think, I can't recall anyone opposing it, but it had to do with people, young people in particular, who wanted to save up and buy their first home. And it had something to do with them being able to tap into their superannuation.
Well, it's all about housing affordability. So one of the real centrepieces of this federal budget was the First Home Super Saver Scheme. Say it 3 times fast. The bottom line is Australians are entering the housing market later than previous generations, and we know house prices are high. Saving a deposit is a key barrier to getting into the market. So this is a new scheme. And it's all about additional monies that can be put into superannuation to initially save tax, but can actually be withdrawn. But there are limits that apply.
Okay, it's capped. It's capped though, isn't it?
It's capped. That's right. So it's to do with your first home purchase. Yep. So not just about buying a home if you don't happen to have one at the moment. It is the first home. So what people will be able to do, individuals can make voluntary superannuation contributions of up to $15,000 per year to a total of $30,000 to go towards that purchase. They can actually be salary sacrificed, so they can be made as pre-tax contributions from your wage, or for, say, self-employed people who can't access salary sacrifice, they can claim a tax deduction for their contributions. So bear in mind they will attract a contributions tax as they go in at that 15% rate.
Yep.
Okay. They must be made within the existing superannuation caps. So from the 1st of July coming up, 2017, the total cap for compulsory employer and voluntary contributions, including those made under this scheme, cannot exceed $25,000. So if you're already salary sacrificing and getting super guarantee from your employer at 20, then you can only do 5. Okay.
Yeah, what happens if it's a couple?
So yes, it's per individual.
Righto.
Yeah, so, mum and dad can get this.
Righto. But 2 young people who might, have decided they want to buy a house, they can each
do this. So I've actually got a case study here, and we've got a lady here earning $60,000, and she's going to salary sacrifice $10,000 a year for 3 years. After 3 years, she'd be able to withdraw $27,380 of contributions and deemed earnings. So the earnings of that money can also be withdrawn. She would have to pay tax on that withdrawal of $1,620, leaving her just under $26,000 that she could use for her first home deposit. Because of the way that money's gone in and the tax deductibility of the superannuation, she's saved just over $6,000 more than if she just put that into a deposit account and saved it. So double that, if you like. If she had a partner on the same income, they'd end up with about $12,500 more than if they put that into everyday savings. It's all to do with the salary sacrifice component.
Right.
So one thing to bear in mind is the release of the funds, the ATO will administer the scheme. They will determine the amount of contributions and earnings that can be released and instruct a super fund. They will also, this is not yet finalised, obviously, but the rate of return that they're considering is going to be a deemed rate of return. So at the moment it's proposed to be what they call the 90-day bank bill rate plus 3%. So that'll be about 4.7% at the moment. So there's question marks around how the money could or should be invested if it's sitting in superannuation.
And of course it's got to get through the Senate.
Oh, absolutely. So there's a long way to go, and you need to see some bipartisan support there as well.
Okay. If people would like to get a bit more information, they're best advised to talk to a financial advisor. You can do that by talking to the team at Retire Invest. All right, good on Jeff. Thanks for coming in. Do appreciate it. 17 to 2.